The Supreme Court heard two applications for the Gibraltar startup Addison Global to be placed into liquidation. The first, on behalf of the Minister for Financial Services, Albert Isola, was on public interest grounds. These included the lack of sufficient management control in Gibraltar after the entire executive team resigned last month, and also that the company had failed to comply with its licensing and regulatory requirements. These, the court heard, were prejudicial to the public's interest and the reputation of Gibraltar, as well as the interests of consumers and creditors. The second application was presented on behalf of Attorney General Michael Llamas and confirmed the company was insolvent and unable to pay its debts. The Chief Justice heard how Addison Global had failed to pay the government PAYE deductions, totalling just under £1 million for 2018-2019 and just over £1 million for 2019-2020. As for social insurance, over £200,000 is owed, with a further estimated £178,000. However, Sir Peter Caruana QC said it is likely the government will now only receive a fraction of this, while ordinary creditors owed a total of £16.9 million will receive nothing. Sir Peter explained the company's business plan had included shareholder funding of £130 million, but said this had stopped at around £60 million. He revealed the Gambling Commissioner had become aware of the company's arrears late last year, but said despite attempts to work with Addison Global, no further money had materialised. Sir Peter confirmed that the ultimate beneficial owner of the company is Roderick Acox. Mr. Acox is the owner of Select Management Resources, which operates hundreds of lending stores across the USA. SMR is facing an £11 million lawsuit from Premier League team Manchester United. The civil case, filed in the US in 2018, relates to a global sponsorship agreement with Addison Global. The Chief Justice heard that Addison Global's 130 staff had all received their final payslips. Sir Peter also stressed how former executives Nairine Llamas, Jürgen Reuter and the rest of the executive team have assisted the liquidator despite having stepped down from their roles. The Chief Justice said there was clear evidence that the company is insolvent and that it was in the public's interest for a liquidator to oversee the proper winding up of the company. Meanwhile, the government has published changes to insolvency rules in the Gazette. It will continue to be a preferential creditor in respect of taxes and social security. However, instead of capping the amount at £5,000 and £10,000 respectively, the amount of the preferential claim will now be unlimited.